Hey, there are other exciting things we can talk about this afternoon. Things that are important in your life, like the lottery. For example, what public figure do you want to have oral sex with? Why don't you call me up and tell me what public figure you want to have oral sex with? And then, of course, there's that other great issue. Ted Webb, should he stay or go? How about it? McDonald's, Burger King's, or Wendy's? Which one do you think is the best? And finally, but surely not last, well, it is last but not least, your favorite flavor of ice cream. Mine is chocolate. How about yours? Let me give you the telephone numbers for an exciting afternoon of Tampa Bay Talk Radio. These are our exciting topics, things that are of interest to you, and we will wait. Oh, the lines are blinking already. People want to talk about exciting things this afternoon. I can hardly wait. Here's a call from Bob at USF. Hi, Bob. You're on the air at WFLA.
Hi, Bob. I'm glad you're really talking some about important stuff, so I want to tell you I like chocolate, and I think Ted should stay.
Oh, thank you so much, Bob. Take care. We'll just wait for the producer to type things up. People are now calling with hate calls. I don't need a paragraph up there. I just need a name. Couldn't care less what a bozo wants to talk about. Is that his name? Is that what you're telling me? Tony in Pinellas County. Hi, Tony.
How you doing, Bob?
Fine, Tony.
About the Contra thing.
I beg your pardon, Tony?
I'd like to talk to you about the Contra.
Oh, no way, Tony. You should have been around, a half hour ago. Forget it, Tony. When I make a decision, that's it, baby. Don't waste your time. The topics are the lottery, what public figure do you want to have oral sex with, Ted Webb, stay or go, your favorite fast food place, and your favorite ice cream. That's it, Tony. That's it, baby. I get just a little bit sick and tired, of sometimes coming in here and trying to talk with you people. John, somewhere in Hillsborough. Hi there, John. You're on the air at WFLA.
Hey.
Yes, John. What did you want?
I was just calling about the oral sex thing.
Uh-huh.
I think it'd be great to have oral sex with Tipper Gore.
Uh-huh.
So I think she'd like it.
Yeah? Gee, what makes you think that, John?
Well, she's down on everything, and I think it's because she's got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And she's secretly the perverted person, so I just think she'd like it.
Okay, John. Take care there. 9. Gary McHenry has a WFLA traffic report. This one sponsored by Mercedes-Benz of Tampa. Hi there, Gary.
Hi, Bob. How are you?
Oh, lousy, Gary. The weather's terrible. It's just miserable. Yourself, man?
I'm great. Yeah, I love
Great.
it. Yeah,
Great.
I just love humidity. We have, and I know you love it too, we have had a few problems in traffic this afternoon.
Humidity?
County, 54th. That'll be just about a block to the east of US 19.
This man's flying with one wing.
In little tight circles, just east of...
And I'm very well aware of the fact that I have told you on more than one occasion, and I promise you I'll tell you again, that this is an entertainment program. It's not here to right the wrongs of the world. Simply here to entertain you any way I possibly can. If it's talking about ice cream and pretzels, that's cool. If it's talking about toilet paper, that's cool. If it's talking about masturbation, that's cool. And if it's talking about things that are going on in the world, that's cool too. Maybe I made a mistake this morning. Maybe the mistake that I made is that this means too damn much to me. And I suppose a good old broadcasting 101, some academic type could sit there and easily critique me. Wow, you didn't wait long enough. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. You didn't do the other thing. And maybe that would be correct. But I, too, am only a human being. And when I sit here and put out a 30-minute monologue, and a damn good one, too, thank you, and I know that there are close to 100,000 people listening, and get zero response on a situation that you can change, well, there's just no other way to phrase it. Pisses me off royally. And about the only thing I know to do about it is to come back and mock you. It's done out of frustration. It's done because I don't understand the world, or the community, or the audience. It may or may not make for good radio. I don't know. I'm not listening to it. When Lassiter has a stroke on the air, which I have a tendency to do from time to time. Actually, it's cyclical. It's about every 2.5 to 3 months. And I'm deadly serious. I may spend the rest of the program talking about it, but you're not. Because it doesn't count anymore. Had it come an hour ago, it would have been from the heart. And I would have been very interested in what you had to say. But after a 20-minute lecture, it just doesn't count anymore. So you're free to talk about whatever you want to talk about. I shall sit back for the remainder of the program and push the buttons. Because right now I'm just a little bit too damned angry to even talk with you. You may talk about the lottery. You may talk about Nicaragua. You may talk about hamburgers, toilet paper, masturbation, the economy, the threat from the Trilateral Commission. Perhaps you'd like to reminisce about baseball players that you saw in your youth. Maybe you'd like to curb your racism and pretend that Doug Williams only did well because he had a good offensive line in front of him. I couldn't care less. Because I've had everything to say that I have to say. John in Sarasota, you're on the air.
Bob?
Yes, John.
This is John in Sarasota. And the oral sex deal, I'd like to have oral sex with your wife. What do you think about that?
Thank you, John. Sandy in Tampa. Hi, Sandy. You're on the air, WFLA.
Hello. This is Sandy in Tampa.
Michael in Tampa. Hi, you're on the air, WFLA.
Yes, Michael from Tampa?
Mm-hmm. St. Petersburg. Hi, Harry. You're on the air, WFLA.
Yeah, Bob. I just received some communications from the Federal Communications Commission in Washington. Starts off the recent commission rulings on indecency. This is something that's brought up to date. It says that obscene programming is not protected by the First Amendment at all, and its broadcast is prohibited at all times, and underscore all. What I want to talk about is that they've issued a request up there that any and all recorded tapes of any radio talk shows, especially at my request, emanating from station WFLA in Tampa, Florida, that these said tapes that are deemed by the sender to be indecent, obscene, or generally objectionable to average human beings, that they send those tapes immediately to their office in Washington, that these said tapes should be mailed, as I said, to the Federal Communications Commission in Washington, D.C. with a cover letter pointing out the discrepancies as they see them appearing on the individual tapes, and they have expressed their intentions to take immediate actions. Now, we have a committee locally here that's been working in conjunction with one of the most powerful and prominent United States senators in Washington. We have letters that we can certainly mail to you to prove this. And he's taken a strong stand against the vile and uncouth expressions as we have sent up there to them, emanating from WFLA talk show hosts. And our committee down here is well prepared and ready to take a stand, a meaningful boycott against each and every advertising firm and service that does business with WFLA. We do not want to do that, as we think now that the FCC is ready to certainly act upon you people if they can receive enough tapes. That is, you can write letters all you want to, call them, and everything else is not going to do any good. They have to have proof by the tapes, and I'm sure that hundreds of people around this area have tapes of many of your indecent, uncouth, and undesirable, and certainly objectionable tapes that's come out of your mouth and your other talk show hosts there. We figure that we have a list now of approximately 100 firms that do business in advertising with you people, and we certainly believe that the most of them would stop it immediately if they really knew the substance coming out of you people from time to time. You have done it today with your oral sex deal of one guy wanting to do it with your wife, another one wanted to do it with Senator Gore's wife. That, my friend, is going to get you that one thing alone, even though that, in my mind, is not near as bad as what you have put on this radio from time to time. I think Ted is being kicked out because of his depth of the vagina and length of the penis and all. I think that's what cooked his goose. In closing, I'm just going to ask all of the people in this whole Tampa area to certainly send those tapes, and I'm sure a lot of them have them, of the obscene programs to the Federal Communications Commission in Washington, D.C., and I thank you for your indulgence.
Thank you ever so much, Harry.